welcome to Keegans Woodworking, the new show for my business, Keegans Woodworking. Today I'm going to be making a wood burning. So obviously the first step I have to do is sand down this wood. This black coat that you're seeing right here. This black coat you're seeing right here is because I left it out in the cold 2 days. You can see it actually just snowed, even though it's the first day of spring. Second day of spring, sorry. Yeah, so it gets wet and it gets all dark. Anyway, yep, let's get to this. So first I'm using heavy sander. It's very sharp teeth. And now unfortunately I can just use one hand because this is a small-ish log. So I really can't do much to hold both of it and the sander. So let's go. I really hope you guys can see this. I mean, I know this has a fisheye effect because it's for sports, but it's kind of hard to tell what angle you're at when you're just, it's just on your chest and you're just kind of looking down, so it's hard to tell what you're seeing. So I hope you're seeing this. Now let's use a heavy grit sandpaper. So messed up, but still works. Just be able to polish right off there. Sorry. A little more heavy sanding, and yeah, I think this back should be all wet. Now, this project, I'm sure you noticed what this was. This is I told you guys that we're gonna make a stool, a log stool. And this is just the base of it. I'm gonna have a big like what's the word I'm looking for? Alright, just a big slice of log. Just cut a log in two, so I have a little slice about this thin. I'm just gonna pop it right on top. Stain it, whatnot, make it smooth, because obviously it's a lot of splinters. So yes, this. by the way, if any of you guys are worried that we are destroying trees and not planting them back, this all comes from dead or dying trees. So, I mean, it's still strong wood. It's obviously very strong. I mean, you can see it saw its color and everything. It's not black or anything. The only reason it was black on this side is because I left it out in the cold and the wet, and so all the dirt kind of just absorbed into the wood. Because you gotta remember, wood is like a sponge. It's like a nature sponge. And don't worry about bugs either. Each one I actually stick it in a fire for a couple seconds, more like 30 seconds, and you know, just it kills any life that would be in it otherwise. So don't worry about bugs or anything like that. So I just want to clear that up too. Now remember, you can always skip around the video. You don't have to watch me sand this whole thing for like 10 more minutes. Realistically, like 5 more minutes, but you know. I try to keep these short, but woodworking is something you have to do with your hands, and so obviously anything that you have to do with your hands takes a little bit more time than you do with, like, per se, a machine. But try not to go too far, because, you know, I'll have edits and you might just like skip over, per se, the whole burning step where I go over it with the my little iron here. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what I use to burn, and I'll put these tips on it. Each of these tips, and that will you know, just give me a funky burn pattern onto the wood. It's like one shading, but we'll get to that. Well, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Also, if any of you guys are wondering, why I'm doing this whole thing in the garage, it's because well, it's just this business is just gonna help me get off, you know, get off the ground, so I can pay for stuff like you know, a house per se. So anyway, this is my parents' house garage, so that's why I'm working in the garage, you know. But this garage is fine, so. We got a little bit of bark there. I can just take off, and the fire didn't burn off all the way. Whatever, that's an easy fix. Now we're just gonna take my chisel here. This is your standard fat chisel, and a very sharp point, very sharp point. And we're actually gonna use a piece of wood to hit the chisel with, because if you actually use something like a hammer, the top of your chisel will wear very quickly, so never want that to happen. So I'll just start. Hey, look at that. See? Look at all that came off this. Yeah. Let's put that over here. Again, I seriously hope you can see this. Camera's in there. That's what I mean by that. Yes. what we're gonna do is because when I burn, obviously you could. When I burn, the wood has to be completely smooth, or else the tips will get caught and whatnot, and jump around, bad stuff. So what I have to do is I have to go against the grain. The grain is, you see these lines going this direction. Well, that would be when it's in a tree. It's what actually sucks up the moisture into the tree's branches and leaves. I forget what's called. I begins with a V. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's what sucks up the moisture and brings it up the whole tree and brings it to the leaves. It's nature's amazing. But anyway, it's very rough, obviously, because they're like little ridges. I don't know if this camera's high definition enough so you can see the ridges, but there's ridges in there. You gotta trust me, and it's very rough. And so if I'm burning, I hit one. If I start hitting the grain, bad stuff. I'm just gonna go against that. Alright, now I'm gonna take some heavy grit sandpaper. I forget what this is. I'm not gonna say because I'm not positive what it is, and I don't want to misinform you. But anyway, yes, this is it's very lot of grit. So I'm just gonna now this actually look like I'm not really getting rid of the grain at all, but it's that I am. It's just you would still see the coloring. I'm not exactly sure why, but it might look like the grain's still there, but you gotta trust me. It's very smooth. It's like a baby's butt, so smooth. So I'm just gonna set this down. Remember, always wear gloves. You don't want to get a splinter. Trust me, I once got a splinter and it got infected. I actually had to go to the ER for it. That's a whole other story. See now, this just getting smoother and smoother. It's a very rewarding process, I must say. Very rewarding. Think you just cut down a tree, you chop it, and sand it down, and you can make it something, a truly beautiful piece of art. So. And actually, what I use to stain this wood is also natural. I don't use polyurethane or anything. I use beeswax. It stains and it smooths and it makes everything nice and pretty. I don't like to use polyurethane. It gives it a natural color, if you guys know what I mean. It's like you can have a nice, beautiful white piece of. I think this is oak. I'm not positive, but I think it is oak. It's oak or pine. I actually forget. But you can get a nice white piece of wood like this, and you can put polyurethane on it, and suddenly it looks like it's unrecognizable. You can't see the grain, you can't see the coloring, you can't see anything. Like for instance, this is an example of some beeswax I put on my chisel here. You can see it's very beautiful. You can see the grain, but you can see the grain. You can see the markings, and you know, you put polyurethane on that, it's just gonna become a you know, just a black piece of unrecognizable wood. So that's that. That's that whole story. Everything I use in this little shop is natural. Nothing unnatural at all. Unnatural stuff, natural, you know. Okay, just don't mix. Man-made, not man-made. You know, they don't work well together. Man-made, it works together. Natural works very well together, but man-made and natural don't work together. So that's you know, that's why I don't use polyurethane. I suggest if any of you guys also want to get into this trade, don't use polyurethane. You know. I want to use this because I want to did what I did over on this side, which is quite beautiful. I must, if I don't, you know, back. You know what? I do think I will just be able to rinse the rest of this off. I'm not positive about this.